Good morning students of class 7B. Today we are going to read the last topic of the chapter 1 of history. Okay, and the topic is impact of Christian monasteries. In this topic we have to read different subtopics that we will deal one by one. So let's begin with the first topic, that is monk. Who were the monks? So actually monks were some of the Christians who withdrew themselves from worldly life and started leading their lives uh, which was totally controlled by a religion, controlled by rigid rules. Yes, and they just dedicated their lives to spread the message of Lord Jesus, the message of Christianity in the Europe, and we can say everywhere. So these people were called monks. Yes. Now we are going to discuss about monasteries. So monasteries actually are the places where the monks used to live, spend their lives. Yes, so in this way we can say monastery was an institution where the monks lived, spent their life, and there he did many things. Okay, so next we are going to read about life in monasteries. So how monks used to live in monasteries. Okay, so actually they were just following the religious duties. They were trained to help the sick, the weak, and other needy people. Yes, they also used to do many kind of manual work. Yes, manual work, it means the work which we do by ourselves. So monks did many things by themselves, and this promoted the dignity of work. Suppose when we see any important personality, suppose Modi ji, when he sweeps the road under the campaign, or sorry, to campaign the to promote the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So then at that time we people inspired by seeing those people. Okay. Earlier Mahatma Gandhi also used this to remove untouchability from the society. He used to live in a place where the lower caste people used to live, and there they spent some time and did the work of the people which were considered mean work at that time. Yes, so like this we can understand the monks, they did many work by themselves, and by seeing those people, those monks, many people got inspired and they started giving dignity to every kind of work. Yes, so this was very important thing. So we have seen this. After that we will discuss about other things, like they also used to preserve the ancient learning by copying them from manuscripts. So manuscripts were the things written by the hands in earlier times. Yes, so monks they used to just copy down those manuscripts, and thus they helped in preserving those ancient learnings. Yes, they also got knowledge there. Different kinds of subjects were taught in monasteries, like logic, mathematics, and other subjects. Yes. And after just getting those knowledge, they used to just spread these teachings among the common people also. And we all know that in Western Roman Empire, after the fall of Western Roman Empire, people fled to after the fall of Constantine, the city, the people, the monks fled, the scholars fled to the Western Roman Empire, and its capital was Rome, which was the only learning center at that time in Europe. Okay, so there these monks were the only educated group, we can say, and their responsibility was to just spread knowledge apart from helping the sick, weak and the needy people. So we can say this kind of work they did in the monasteries, and this was the life of monks in a monastery, we can say. And the subjects that were taught in Latin language. Okay, so Latin language was used to just give those kind of teachings like logic, mathematics and other things. And at that time Latin was the language of Europe. Okay, so in this way we can see the Latin language played an important role in uniting the learned people. Okay, here the next topic is cultural unity. So language is a part of our culture. Yes, so culture included many things like language, art, painting, dance, music, our food habits, each and everything that we do is our culture. So we can say that by this language, Latin, the European people were just especially the Western European people, the learned people actually were united culturally. Okay, we have discussed this. Next, we are going to read about the role of important monks. So first of all, we will discuss that who were the important monks at that time. So the Saint Jerome, Saint Augustine, Saint Francis, Saint Benedict, these were the important monks who did a lot for spreading Christianity. And due to their efforts, many people of Europe converted into Christianity. Yes. So in this way, we can see the contributions of those monks. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss that with course of time, what happened in Christianity. So in course of time, the Christianity became an important institution, and it laid down certain moral code of conducts for society. Okay, and people had to follow those rules that were made by the church, the Christianity. And in this way we can say that church began to play a central role in the lives of people. Okay, there was no question of just asking, opposing anything that is not according to the people. Okay, so people could not raise any question about the established rules by the Christianity. They had to just follow it. They cannot question over them. So in this way we can say the rules became rigid in Christianity with time. Yes, and after some time the officials of church became powerful. They earned a lot of wealth, and some of the monks, they started leading luxurious lives. Corruption also spread in church in Christianity with time. But some of the monks, those who used to give masses just from just roaming around the Europe, they were just leading the simple lives. Okay, so in this way we have just finished the topic the impact of Christian monasteries. So under this topic what we have learned that monastery was a center of learning. Monks used to get learning from those by living at those institutions, and they also just spreaded those knowledge, and they did many things, services for the people, okay, for the big, for the sick people we can say, and they did many religious duty at that time. So we can say the life in monastery we have just concluded it, okay. So in this way we have finished the chapter. In that we have learnt that how Christianity arose, what circumstances led to the rise of Christianity, and all the things we have just completed in this chapter. So thank you, have a nice day.